I've known you for 8 years, but not really, more like 1.5.
So one day my teacher just came in and said she had a surprise for us and we all didn't know, and she said, "You're getting pen pals." And then I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool, but at first I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to write to someone every day. Once I started writing to my pen pal, Sandra, it was really cool getting to see that she was a gymnast too and that we had a lot of things in common. But it was just kind of ironic because even that we were still both gymnasts, like we were the same level. And we were like, as we were going through gymnastics, we were moving at the same pace. So it was like kind of crazy.
Like we'd always ask each other like how we did last weekend or what meet we have coming up, hoping that like we'd be at the same meet or what skills we were learning, kind of just like to get a feel for like how we were.
I mean, I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, oh, I'm just writing to a pen pal. This is kind of cool. I have a friend across the country. Like, it'll be cool for a year, and then it'll
die out, and like I'll never see her again.
It was like little things here and there. It wasn't like we would have conversations every day.
No.
And then we definitely stopped kind of communicating. It just kind of like dropped off until we got here, and then when we saw each other, we were like, oh my. And then we started talking every day.
I remember the moment when we realized that they had been pen pals when they were, in elementary school. We were in the gym and Lauren had come to our summer camp. This was 2016, I think. And Lauren kept looking at Sandra so weird. Like just kept following her around the gym. And at one point, Sandra made a comment of, "Why is this girl staring at me?"
There were other girls there on the visit who I was like hanging out with at first, and I was telling them, I'm like, I swear that's my pen pal. And they're like, no way, like there's no way. And I was like, I'm telling you, like it's her.
And I walked over there, Scott told me to like go like sit with the other girls. And then like Lauren turns around and like she stands up, she's like, I think you were my pen pal. I'm like, yeah.
Then it was just a hug. And then I was like, oh my gosh, you're looking at Ball State? Oh my gosh, I'm looking at Ball State. And then it's like, oh my gosh, what if we're teammates?
And totally just like mind blown situation. And I remember my first reaction was just, Ball State Gymnastics, making dreams happen. Like, this was such a small world.
My first reaction was just like shock. I was like, she lives in Florida, and I'm from a suburb of Chicago. Like, they're two completely different places. And like, Ball State, it's a big school, but it's not like one of the big schools that everyone in the country knows about. That was 2 years before we even got here. So that's when we were both kind of being recruited, is when we found out. And then I think that just kind of added on to us wanting to come here.
They are each other's yin to the other's yang. They work unbelievably well together, and just looking at their personalities, I think that Lauren is very much the steady Eddie, stays in the moment, doesn't get ahead of herself, and Sandra is very fast. Literally and physically everything. She's just a very quick person. Lauren does a really good job of, hey, cool it, be where your feet are.
Right? You did exactly what you wanted to do. I'm so proud of you. I am so mental when it comes to vault, and Lauren is there at every meet.
You just need someone to talk her down.
She tells me like the simplest things that I could tell myself, but if it wasn't for her, I really don't think anyone else could do that for me.
We talk to the girls a lot about whenever you commit to Ball State, when you commit to being a part of this team, the girls that you're going to be with are going to be the individuals that you call when you get proposed to. They're going to be the individuals that you call when you find out you're going to have a baby. They're also going to be the people you call when crap hits the fan and things aren't going the way you need to and you need a support system. So making sure that they're taking time to cultivate those relationships and invest time in that is important to us.
I'm just excited to tell my kids when I have kids one day. Yeah. And at my wedding, I will say it. At everything that I do, I will say it. I will let everyone know.
It's a pen pal thing.
It's a pen pal thing.